The sunshine, just a small part of the field at that end, as you can see, is in the sun, the rest of it in the shade. I wonder if that caused Jamison Williams a problem on the first possession picking up the ball. Miami led the country in net punting last year, thanks largely to Headley. His line drive punt was fielded by Bolden, who returned it for 5 yards before Corey Couch tackled him. 38-yard punt. Alabama scores on its opening possession. That's a great omen.
Of just speaking into a headset to his quarterback.
1st and 10, 8.5 to go. First quarter, 7-0 Bama. Miami brought pressure. They flush Young, who throws on the run and has a first down. Jamison Williams the catch. And the elusiveness of Bryce Young on display on that play.
I mean, Miami over the last couple of years has always been able to rush the passer from the edge. But you see the elusiveness, the quick feet of Bryce Young. He told us when we talked to him, he says, look, I am mobile. I do have good feet. But I want to stay in the pocket and be a passer for as long as I possibly can. But he knew that time when to get out and make a play outside.
Jace McClellan steps in for Robinson, a running back. He brings some speed. He got 3 to the 45 of Miami.
You mentioned the running backs. Bill O'Brien told us that they've got 4 guys they feel very confident with. Of course, Brian Robinson, the starter, McClellan, the next guy in. And even though they lost 3 starters off that offensive line, they still think this is a really good group. Evan Neal, the left tackle, is going to be a first-round pick himself very soon.
Play fake. Young dumps it out in the flat to McClellan, who got blasted by Tyreek Stevenson, a transfer from Georgia, Miami native, who came home to play for the Canes. And Manny Diaz told us that's a lot of what he brings, physicality.
Tackle. Yep. You know, we've already seen from Bryce Young his knowledge of this offense, his ability to set protections, to direct traffic. He's got a real maturity about him for a young player.
Best in the country on 3rd down during their 13-0 national title season of a season ago. They picked up a key 3rd down on their opening possession. Young, all kinds of time, shovels it to McClellan, work to do, and he did it. Got the first down with 2 to spare, tackled by Corey Couch. The 17-yard line, and already for Canes fans, Todd, shades of a year ago, not doing a very good job tackling or stopping the run.
Oh, and a really nice job by Cameron Latu leading that play, the tight end, number 81 in there. And again, I mean, this is a hard back to tackle in Miami with their hands full right now.
They're being dominated in the first 9 minutes plus. Already 7-0 Bama, and they're on the move again. Robinson taken down for a loss by Corey Couch. The play forced by Bubba Bolden. Bolden, one of those who elected to return for another year. De'Aaron King announced he was coming back for another season before they even played the bowl game in which he got hurt. And as soon as he said, I'm coming back, Bolden and several others said, I'm not going to the NFL. Bolden said, I'm coming back to win a national championship. And that starts Saturday, meaning today. Blitz up the middle. Harris dodged it again. Bubba Bolden whiffed. And Young throws it away over the head of John Mechie, but that was just a throwaway.
Well, Bubba Bolden could have taken a big step forward for his team. He's coming on a safety blitz unblocked and just kind of whiffs. Now, part of that is just the nimble feet of Bryce Young. Still has to throw it away, but that loss of yardage play could have been huge for the Hurricane defense.
Bryce Young's parents, Craig and Julie, part of the sellout crowd of more than 71,000. With the roof open, very comfortable day, temperature in the mid-80s and low humidity. 3rd down and 13 from the 20.
Three-man rush again. Zone defense.
And Young steps up, fires back in the end zone, and it's broken up. Nice play by Bolden as Young tried to rifle one in to Slade Bolden. No relation to Bubba Bolden.
Well, that's a good stop by the Miami defense. Both on second down and third down. It was more than 10 yards needed. They went three-man rush, dropped 8, and just tried to keep all the receivers in front of them, plus an eye on the quarterback, and they forced the field goal attempt. A much-needed stop by the Hurricanes.
Reichert had a perfect year last year, 14 for 14 in field goals. Made all 84 PATs. Dating back to the season before, he made 15 field goals in a row, and now 16. Longest active field goal streak in the country. That one from 38. Bama's had it twice. They've scored twice. Work to do for D'Eriq King when we come back.
That's just one of those plays that's etched in any college football fan's memory.
The 18th meeting all time between these two. Alabama leads 14-3. They haven't played since January 1st of 93. Will Reichert to kick off. It's been all tied so far. Tumbling kickoff will go through the side of the end zone. Mike Harley couldn't fetch it. Back in the studio, we say good afternoon to Kevin Nagandi.
Good afternoon. Showing time now for our AT&T 5G studio update in Madison. Wisconsin trailing in the red zone. Graham Mertz late against Penn State's defense.
Yeah, Penn State playing a little robber coverage. Mertz just didn't see the robber.
And then the final play of the game, again down by 6, another pick.
Can't be laid across the middle, Kev.
Sean, I know your partner Todd smiling. Penn State holds on 16-10.
Yeah, that was a great win. You know, slow start last year in the COVID year for Penn State. Great win on the road today.
Cameron Harris in trouble on first down. Did well to get across the line of scrimmage, where Christopher Allen made the tackle for Alabama.
Chris Allen and Will Anderson, these two outside linebackers, they think they're going to have a special pass rush this year because of the skills of those two.
Harris ran into his own man, got bounced back as he collided with Navon Donaldson. Here's Molly McGrath.
Well, Sean, D'Eriq King told me he attacked rehab 2 times a day with one goal in mind to be back to play in this game. He's just 8 months to the day removed from his ACL surgery. His physical therapist told me it's usually 9 to 12 months that players ready to return to the field. And he told me he's ready to run with the football, but we're going to have to see something special from D'Eriq King today.
5 wide receivers. King over the middle. The slant connects to Keyshawn Smith, but he's down 2 yards short of the first down. Tackled by Jalen Armour Davis, a first-year starter.
But not so much the last few years. These last 3 quarterbacks that have played for Alabama, not only great success, national championships, but also will all 3 be day 1 starters in the NFL next week when that season kicks off. That's pretty amazing.
And Tua and Mack will be going head-to-head as New England and Miami open against each other. Mac Jones wins the starting quarterback job for New England on opening day, beating out Cam Newton, who was released by New England this week. 3rd possession for Bama. They've had a touchdown and a field goal. It's Brian Robinson stacked up after a 3-yard pickup. Well, if those are big shoes to fill, and they certainly are, Bryce Young didn't seem the least bit affected by it.
Yeah, I loved his demeanor. I mean, he was a really interesting guy to talk to. He was very thoughtful, kind of soft-spoken. Reminded me personality-wise a little of Tua, but just like the 3 guys ahead of him and before him, just student of the game, has really embraced the work ethic and the ownership of the offense.
Has room to take off running. Has the first down with about 2 to spare. Chased out by Gervin Hall. When we talked to Bryce Young about being the latest in the line, he said to us, I'm even-keeled. When you're prepared, pressure fades. Confidence comes from what you do before you get to the game.
Yep.
And he's so well prepared. Obviously brilliantly coached by Steve Sarkisian. And now Bill O'Brien.
He was well coached in high school, too. The program he came out of there, Bill Rawlinson was his head coach. I mean, this is a guy who understands how to play the position.
is in trouble, and he tries to throw it away in the direction of Cameron Latu, the tight end. And I think they're going to call that an incomplete pass. They do. Lucky for
There is no
Young.
foul for grounding. Eligible receiver number 81 was in the vicinity.
Well, the reason that Latu was in the vicinity is because he missed the block. I mean, he was responsible for DeAndre Johnson, and he missed the block coming across the formation, but was able to be there for the throwaway and prevent the loss of yardage play.
And Latu's presence in the starting lineup is a story for Alabama at the start of this year. Will Billingsley was their tight end at the end of last season, was extremely productive, but he hasn't fallen completely in line with what Nick Saban expects from an Alabama football player. What a throw for a 9-yard gain.
Perfect timing, and he had to do this on the run. Watch the pressure come and force him to his right. He still throws this on timing as Williams is coming out of his break for the first down.
He's only 6 feet, Bryce Young, 194 pounds, but big arm, as you just saw, and you've already seen a couple of times here in this impressive opening quarter. He's 9 out of 13 for 103. Robinson crosses midfield, and here's a flag. Looked like Bradley Jennings.